So how does an entity move from having a shipping load of sugar into this multi-subsidiary entity that is touching distribution, manufacturing in Jamaica and the region? Well, we get a chance to sit with the principals of Derrimon Trading to find out how they are feeding families and fueling growth. Come on, let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. And today we're very pleased to have with us the chairman and CEO of Derrimon Trading, Derek Cotterell. I got that right?
That's correct.
And we have Mr. Ian Kelly, the group CFO of Derrimon Trading.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. So we just start out with Derrimon, the origins. You have to tell us, Derek, how from one container shipping some sugar in '98, we come to this, you know, and we're here in this big, beautiful warehouse, and we have a company with a top line of $11-12 billion. How you did it?
Well, first of all, I want to give God thanks to the Lord.
Amen.
It has not been easy, far from. And when we started out, we didn't think that it would have been anywhere near where it is. I know that we're here, we recognize it can be a lot bigger. And that's the reason why we're doing a lot of the stuff that we're doing now. But we started out in 1998. I had knowledge of this food business. I've been working at Grace Candy for 14 years. Mm-hmm. We really got into the business in a more serious way in 2002 when we were appointed distributors for Nestle for 4 parishes on this side of the island. You know, we started off in this acquisition thing with Sampars. Since then, we grew from 1 Sampars to 7 and another supermarket called Select Grocers 8. Mm-hmm. Then we acquired majority shareholdings in Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances in 2014. And we also bought Woodcats in 2018. So that's a short version of the story. It has been a lot of ups and downs, but mostly ups. We have enjoyed it. Tremendous sacrifice. Mm-hmm. You'll see Ian and myself as the face of the company, but there's a lot of, we have about 700 people who work behind the scenes, who don't get to show their face on TV very often, but they are really the heart and soul of the business. We have cultivated a very good team, a very good culture, and we have a company that is now ready, poised to go to the next level, and we see its tremendous growth potential.
Sounds good. All right, so yeah, we speak to market participants all the time, right? And there is, in some instances, palpable fear in the current marketplace with the pandemic, right? But I've been talking to you the past couple of days. Yeah, you're not scared. You're not scared at all. So tell me why you're the bravest man in the market.
Why should we be scared? I mean, when you structure an organization that is able to withstand a lot of shocks, and when you see opportunities that makes you excited, from an investment point of view, from a return point of view, and given the fact that we have talents within our organization, when we execute to take the business, I am happy. I'm one of those financial person within the organization that is always ready to channel resources in the direction that will allow us to grow. And that is what I've seen through this pandemic. What we have done through the pandemic shows that the base that we would have built from Sampars to the distribution, to Woodcats, to CFF, the return on equity makes me excited.
Listen, the man is excited there, right? And that, I know for me, that's been like a breath of fresh air because you hear so much negativity. And the thing is, he's not just talking, but we see it in the numbers, right? You guys have maintained your growth. My philosophy is that investors are always looking for good investments, right? So we look at the Derrimon story and we see a company coming from 2013, moving revenue from just below 5 billion to well over 12 now, right? And over the same time period, just below 50 million in profit to over 300 now, right? So, you know, and that those numbers kind of tell themselves, right? And I think the stock price moving from a little over 2 to 40 is an acceptable return, right? So you guys growth bona fides are well established, right? So I just want to talk about, you know, for a company that grew over the years like that and has grown through COVID, how do you think about growth going forward and how are you going to continue to push that mark?
Well, first of all, we have a growth philosophy. Our mantra is grow or die. The company is organized in a way for growth.
Yeah.
We have always structured ourselves as an organization that wherever there is a glimpse of an opportunity, we are ready to actually embrace it and to capitalize in it. And I think, and I'm sure based on the numbers and based on some of the many things that we would have done between March and now, is that we have been able to capitalize on all of those opportunities. And actually we have grown during COVID, and we see based on the platform that we have that we will continue to grow.
So you're continuing to grow. All right, so I'm sitting here as an investor and I'm looking at the company, right? And considering an investment, I like the growth rate. It looks like you guys have an ongoing acquisition strategy, right? Any interesting developments on the horizon?
Well, yes, there are a few. We're looking to go overseas.
Okay.
Pretty much very early in the new year. Very, very early in the new year. The world is a big place. Jamaica's population, where we serve right now, is under 3 million.
Yes.
We're looking to go into a much bigger market. And I'll say we're going into North America. United States alone is over 330 million people. And not to mention their disposable income is probably 5 times that of what we have here. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
At least 5, yeah, probably 10 times, yeah. So we see tremendous growth opportunities in North America. We're looking to continue to expand our retail footprint throughout the island. Again, very early in the new year, we'll be rolling out more stores. The customers have responded very well to our offerings, both Sampars and Select, and so we'll continue to grow that over the next few years.
So even after all of that growth and performance, you're comfortable saying to a new investor with brand new cash that, hey, listen, the growth machine is very much still humming?
Well, we're not comfortable where we are. And if we're not comfortable where we are, we're going to look for opportunities. And we're going to look for opportunities that will allow us to achieve that objective.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is that return on equity is important to us.
Yes.
And we want to, we take pride in growing our top line and our bottom line. Chairman spoke to a bigger market.
Yes.
And that bigger market is what is going to give us that muscle to be able to show that level of financial return that an investor who invested 205 back in 2013 will say, oh, based on the performance and based on the fact that I have trust the philosophy and the word, and they have demonstrated in the past that they are able to do it, that if they say that they're going to do it, I know with a level of confidence, given COVID or no COVID, that is going to be achieved. And I'm sure it will be achieved soon.
Yeah.